Alright, I've finally decided to give a try to making some gaming videos. It's been something I've wanted to do for a while, so we'll see how it goes. The game I picked to start off with is XCOM 2 with the War of the Chosen expansion, and if you're just unfamiliar with that, it's basically a strategy, tactics, squad-based, turn-based game where you're basically defending the Earth from aliens. Before I jump in, I'll go over some of the mods I have installed. None of these are gameplay affecting, they're pretty much all just visual helpers and things to save some time. So, there is rookie customization options, and that basically just makes the rookies that you start off with in the game, the soldiers, a little more variable. So I might give them different hair colors, or just things that they might not start with in the vanilla version of the game. Free camera rotation is a mod that just lets you rotate the camera in any direction rather than be constricted to the 45 degrees that they usually make you do. Then there's quick soldier info, which lets me select the soldiers a lot more easily during a mission, so I can go up and click a portrait rather than tab through the soldiers. It's just a little bit easier to navigate the map. So, show enemies and terrain information basically just reminds you of certain enemies that might be in the maps if you have a certain thing researched at that time. It doesn't come into play until like the second half of the game, from what I remember. There's new target icons. So in the vanilla version, there's only a couple enemy icons at the bottom. I think there's like the alien icon, and then there's the typical trooper icon. This just adds a bunch of other icons based on what type of alien it is, so it's a lot more specific. Show health values shows a number value over the soldiers rather than a bar, so you don't have to go count the number of bars left in a soldier. Robo Jumper's Squad Select is a huge enhancement to when you're outfitting your team at the beginning of a mission. This just gives you a lot more buttons to click on, makes some things easier. Mod config menu is just an option that lets you go through and basically configure some of the other mods that support this. It's just an extra settings menu. Then there's Cap'n Bub's accessories. It gives your soldiers a lot more basically accessories to outfit with and a little more customization. And these two are basically just helpers, time savers. So Overwatch All Others gives you a couple extra options during the mission. Rather than, say if you had, 6 squad members and you wanted 5 of them to go into Overwatch mode, this lets you click a single button to do that rather than tab through each one and click their individual buttons. And pretty much the same thing for evac all. If you have multiple soldiers in the evac zone, you can click a single button to get them all out rather than tab through them individually. Alright, let's see how it goes. So the way I'm going to format these videos is I'll assume that there's going to be some people watching that haven't seen this game before, so as I'm playing I may just kind of give an intro to some of the features. I won't go too in-depth and I'm not going to do the tutorials, but I will probably give an explanation for a lot of the basics as we go along. I'll just start a new game. I do have an existing game out there, but it'd be kind of weird to start in the middle of one, so... Now, I'm not great at this game. Usually I struggle a lot with veteran, especially in the early stages, but I'm going to assume that because I'm recording, I'll be thinking a little bit slower, going through each decision a little more carefully. So I'm going to bump it up to Commander, and if I lose, I lose. Let's see, no tutorial. I will reduce the beginner voiceovers because I've played the game enough. I know most of the basics. I'll keep subtitles on. Let's see. These are just extra options for if you want something different. I don't think I'm going to enable any of these. Yeah, we're good. Iron Man. I do like to play with Iron Man on. It gives me a little bit of an extra challenge, and it stops me from, you know, saving right before I try something dangerous and reloading. So, sure, we'll live with our mistakes. Now, I believe this is the tutorial for the extra content for the War of the Chosen, so I'm not going to enable that. DLC, yep, I will leave that on. So I haven't played Shin's Last Gift yet. I'm not sure why this is disabled, but guess I'll just leave that as is. Oh, I see. Never mind.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long. You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
Timeline you placed upon us, mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please!
There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something? You're one of those? You must understand, I had no choice.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
Are you sure?
Reapers are always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here. Yet.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned. position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep Gatecrasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
The aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them where it hurts. So we're moving into the city center to strike a high-profile target. Deploy and approach the designated position. Neutralize any hostile contacts and secure the site.
Alright, so if you didn't catch that, aliens have basically taken over Earth, and they have basically an army called Advent that is worse than it looks. And right now, this is kind of the loading screen. It's ready, but I'll go over the basics first. This is the loading screen to missions where we control our squad, which in this case is 4 guys. Well, looks like 4 girls. Not sure what Templar is there, but we'll see. Anyway, this mission is to destroy an Advent monument. So
we have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
Okay. Well, 4 rookies. The target is not too far off. Usually in this first mission there's only a couple squads, enemy squads to deal with. But I do want to be careful. I don't want to just lose soldiers that easily, and this early. Let's see, what's the Templar's name? And, yep, 4 girls. We have Jaina Klein, and Xenia Soto, Carlota Suarez, and Anne Lafarve, I guess. They're all equal. They all have 4 hit points and pretty much the same stats. Alright, let's see. I'll move Xenia here up to half cover. The little half shield means half cover, which means it's better than no cover, in which you're considered flanked, but it's not as good as full cover, which is somewhere like that. So each soldier has 2 movement points, or 2 action points, I should say. We've already used 1 by moving. I can use both of them by moving again, but sometimes it's better safe than sorry. Let's keep her there for a second and move Carlota up to the other one.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo. These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Alright, first enemy squad sighted here. I didn't catch what else there was. I think there was 3 of them. Maybe a couple troopers, or 3 troopers. Right now, they're pretty much equal to us. They have 4 health as well. I don't know if their aim is any worse or better. our aim at 65. I don't know what theirs is though. Alright, let's leave these two here for now and move the other ones up. Just thinking about trying to go up to the top of the building, but I don't see a route. Right now we're all concealed too. If you can see the conceal icon up here, and the conceal icon by each of their health bars. That basically means that unless you walk into their line of sight, you won't be seen. A little more complicated than that, but you'll see as we go. I don't want to move too far up. Maybe I'll go up here first with Jaina. Alright. Templar. Now you probably noticed from the helmet, but this character is a little different than the rookies. It's a class called Templar, and they have a few extra abilities. They're just like basically almost like a special forces type of class. Like this one in particular. Well, I think they all do, all the Templars. But they have an ability called Rend. It's basically a melee attack, so they go up and they slash at an enemy. And then, so usually aggressive actions will end your turn. But in the case of Templars, they have an ability called Momentum that says after using Rend, we get a bonus movement action. So you can go up and slash and then, you know, run away. Pretty useful. You know what? I think I'm gonna move all the way up here to the corner with her.
As you direct.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
So that's actually not good. Because we have visibility on both of these squads, if we set one off, we'll set them both off. And that's going to be a lot more difficult to handle 6 enemies, I think it was, instead of 3. Well, since I'm pretty sure those are the only 2 enemy squads on the map, I'm going to move up with the rest of them. Okay, I guess going up to the roof and jumping down was easier than going around. Let's see. Yeah, sure, I'll go up to the tree.
Confirmed.
Alright, so after I use her last action point, that'll end my turn, and then it'll be Advent's turn. Which they may move, they may not move. Hopefully they don't spot us. Where do I want to go? I'll just go up here. Well, no, I'll stick with the tree. Alright. So it doesn't look like that one's going to do much. Move forward a little bit, I guess. Yes, if you guys could just get right out of our visibility, that would be great. Maybe. Not quite. I think I can still see one. Yep. That's too bad. I guess technically we could... We don't have a time limit, so... We could pull back a little bit, get out of sight of him, and then attack these guys. Take on one squad at a time. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let's see. So let me pull Xenia back. I hate to lose my full cover, but...
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Alright, now the only one that can see this guy is our Templar. So... That's kind of a shame, because other than that melee action, these gauntlets, I guess, Templars just have a pistol, which is not quite as powerful as the rifles the other rookies have. But I can't just go up and attack those guys, or that'll definitely set the other squad off. So, pistol will have to do. Now, where do I want to put the Templar? I guess this works.
I trust in your command.
Alright. Now we can't see those guys up there. I think we're safe to engage these. So how do I want to start this off? Now I could just start shooting, but as soon as somebody shoots at them, as soon as they're aware of us, they're going to scatter and take cover behind whatever they can find. So I may want to set up a type of ambush here. Let's put Jaina on Overwatch. That's going to end her turn, so it'll use both her actions. Basically, any aggressive type of action will end your turn, even if you have 2 movement points, or 2 action points. So Overwatch just means that if they move, she gets a free shot at them. Well, one of them. It's not as accurate as if you would just fire at them directly, because it's a reaction shot, but it's still pretty useful. So 3 left. I think I'll put the Templar on Overwatch as well. Which leaves me with Xenia and Carlota. Carlota? I'll say Carlota. I'm not going to put everyone on Overwatch because I want to adapt a little bit to what they do. So let's see what happens. I'll start off the firing with her, I guess. 66% chance on both of these guys, so it really doesn't matter. Or she's too far for a grenade. I'm sure the other one is too. Carlota. Alright, let's just fire. So we have Jaina and the Templar on Overwatch. Hopefully they'll hit. See what happens. Rifles do 3 to 5 damage, which means they might not kill since they have 4 health. If they even hit. Pretty much like that.
We're spotted!
Alright, it's Templars overwatching. Oh, good. Okay, that's a good start. So we got pretty lucky there. The Templar actually hit with the pistol, finishing off the wounded guy, and then Jaina appeared. Yeah, she hit the other one for 4 damage. So there's only 1 left. Now he is behind full cover, and because we used 2 Overwatches, we only have 1 person left with any actions. And with only a 30% chance to hit, that's no good. I could throw a grenade. It could kill him. It does 3 or 4 damage, and it would remove the cover, so he'd move on the next turn even if he survived. But I don't think I have a better option here. Yeah, grenade it is. So this will remove those covers as well. Open for a 4. Hey, we got the 4. Perfect. And she got promoted. Alright. Now, assuming that squad is still there, as soon as we move up, we're probably going to trigger those people. I say people, those aliens. So let me think about this. Now, of course, the ultimate goal is to get here and plant an explosive on this, but we also have to neutralize all the enemy targets, so how about... Where's my Templar? There. Oh, that grenade actually didn't destroy that cover. That's odd. I'm going to move my Templar. That seems like a bad idea. I'm going to move it up to... Those are all half cover. But I want to be in range next turn of those guys. So... I'll move her here.
Agreed.
Yep. And since we're no longer in concealment, they spotted us right away. Here they come. There's a couple troopers and an officer. Officer has a lot more hit points, and he has an ability that lets him mark us, which makes us easier to hit. You know, I can already use my melee attack on him since I have 1 action point left. And I'm pretty sure I still get to move after that. Yeah, a bonus movement action. So, and that's a guaranteed kill. It does 4 to 5 damage. He has 4 hit points, so that seems like, yeah, that's without question. Gotta take that.
I strike for my people. Suffer as we have.
Alright. Now every time they make a kill, they get focus, which just improves their melee damage. Now I better get out of range of those other two. Speaking of the other two, where did they go? Maybe I just can't see them from here. I'll go over here.
The path is clear.
Yep, there they are. Okay. Well, I will move Jaina up here since that's full cover.
Nähere mich der Zielposition.
Alright, she can only see the officer. Super low chance. I'm sure the grenade can't reach that far. Yeah, almost. Do I want to take a shot? It's probably not going to hit, so let me think for a minute. Carlota... So, this is a great idea. You can see the target preview at the bottom has a yellow icon for him. That means he'd be flanked, since the angle here would give us a clear shot on him. Which means there would be a much higher chance to hit. So let's go for that. Yeah, that became 66, which is... You can kind of see how the numbers are broken down there. Okay. I'll go for it. Oh, critical too. 6. That means he only has 1 hit point left. Not bad at all. There are 2 people left. What can I do here? Okay, let's see. It'd be flanking him from here too, so
Rolling.
Can't pass that up. 65%. Well, here goes. Ah, missed.
Shot wide.
To be fair, I think that was our first miss, so okay. I better just put her in Overwatch, since I don't feel like wasting that completely. And if he moves, there's a bigger chance. I'm sure the chance would be more than 26%. So Overwatch it is. There it goes. And we got him. And he dropped something. Where's that other guy going? Uh-oh. I think we were flanked there too, so that's not good. Got lucky. Yep. Little yellow shield means we're flanked. Okay. Now this just means there's loot there that the somebody dropped, the officer dropped, and it'll expire in the next 2 turns. Not a big deal. Since we have another guaranteed kill with our Templar here. So let's go ahead and take that.
My strike surges forth.
There we go.
You will torment us no
Area
longer.
is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. -1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
Alright.
You have my trust.
So, well, that wraps up the enemies, so all I have to do is go to this little spot here and plant the charges. If we do that, that'll end the mission, but the loot will be automatically collected as long as we don't let it expire before we're done. So I'll go ahead and put her up there.
Sportelos!
And I'll end the turn.
-1-5, we have a
Oh,
limited window
seriously?
to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
That's strange. Huh. I thought it said 2. Okay, whatever. That's a shame. Alright, well, go ahead and plant the charges, and that should do it.
-1-5, rendezvous at the extraction point. Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charge.
Okay. First mission flawless. Nobody got wounded or killed. Of course, the first mission is the easiest.
Advent officials announced an increase to this month's recruitment quotas. Citizens are encouraged to voluntarily visit their nearest recruitment center. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Dealt most damage, most under fire, and moved furthest was all our Templar. That's not surprising, considering she was on the front line the whole time. 66% successful shots, etc. Okay.
Our troops continue to exceed expectations while working with limited resources. Impressive, Commander.
So our 3 rookies all got promotions. They must have made kills. Yep, they all did. Well, no, they didn't. That's strange. Did I use her to maybe take down the monument? Anyway.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
So when a rookie gets promoted, they get promoted to the next rank up, which is a squatty, and they get assigned a specific class. In this case, it's a ranger, which is they get a shotgun and a sword. As each soldier continues to get promoted, they kind of climb up the ranks, unlock more pretty crazy abilities. But for now, we just have this new ability called Slash, which just lets you use the sword, kind of like the Templar. Let's see what she becomes.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
So I use specialists a lot. I love the ability to heal soldiers. Preferably, I try not to get them wounded in the first place, but it happens. And it happens a lot, so to be able to take out a specialist which can eventually use medkits pretty heavily is really valuable. Right off the bat, specialists can send this little drone to aid another soldier or themselves. It just gives them a bonus in defense, so there's less chance to be hit, pretty much. And they can hack certain things remotely rather than walk right up to them. Alright, and then we have Suarez here.
Just like it sounds,
Sharpshooter.
our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
So like good old Bradford said there, they get a sniper rifle and a pistol. And as you upgrade them, you can kind of choose whether you want them to be more pistol based or long range based. I usually lean more towards the sniper route, just because there's some pretty powerful abilities there. Not that there isn't on the gunslinger side, but I don't know. I guess I'm partial to long range weapons. But so the snipers initially get this ability called Squad Sight, which lets them, like it says, shoot enemies that are out of range, even if they can't see them, as long as one of the fellow team members can see them. So that's pretty useful. Alright, back to base. So we killed 5 troopers, 1 officer. We've collected those for our studies. And now you can kind of see what is the second layer of this game. So the first layer is all about tactics on the map. You know, you control a squad, you tell them where to go, who to shoot, what to do. After that, and in between missions, you're at your headquarters here, which is just a giant ship. You can fly around the globe.
Stay away from the Advent meat rations. We still don't know what they're putting in that stuff.
And you have to choose what little buildings to build, what research to do, what items to upgrade. You know, you have to manage little aspects like your supplies. You know, how much power the ship has to build more buildings. And once I get to the globe itself, you have to choose where you want to go, what missions you want to do. So there's a lot of little micromanagement aspects to this game. But for now, I think I'll call it as a first episode. And when we come back, I will kind of get into the strategy part of the game and maybe pick up another mission.
Commander,
I'll look at my soldiers. So it looks like we have, I don't know, I think it's 12? Yeah, 12 soldiers all available. These were the 4 that we took out on our first mission, and these guys have seen no action yet, but they will. And we have a floating head in the background, that's always great. There we go. Alright. Alright, so, first episode done, I guess, and we'll see you next time.